Alright, today's Nissan engine challenge is an S13 SR20DE from somewhere in the late 80s or early 90s. We've got it set up on the test jig today. It's a new test jig, it's got 4 wheels on it. It's a lot flashier than the last one. It comes with a fire extinguisher, which hopefully we won't have to be using. We've got a temporary fuel system down here, the classic fuel pump and surge tank from somewhere in the 80s. I think that came off an old Z18 a long time ago. It's connected up with some temporary wiring. You wouldn't want to install it this way. I know some people who would. Oh, hello Marshall. You probably don't want to hang around here. You're not going to like what's about to happen. What else have we got? We've got the engine strapped down with an engine mount, also known as a strap. And over the far side we've got a fairly temporary ignition coil. It's just sitting on the top of the engine. But hopefully that's going to make it do the right things for us. Starting it up, the power source is just a jump starter pack. And then down here, in place of the ignition switch, is a classic old push button that came with a, what was it, a Lumen tune-up kit from somewhere back in the 80s, the one that had the tacho in it with the dwell meter and all that sort of stuff. Comes in very handy for these sort of jobs. So step one is prime the fuel pump to get any air out of the fuel rail, because it hasn't had fuel in it for quite some time, so we'll temporarily run the fuel pump. Give that about 10 seconds. Just to push any air out and ensure that there's plenty of fuel waiting at the fuel injectors. That should do. Okay, so we're ready to go. Let's clip that in, leave the pump running full time, and crank it over for the first time in who knows how long. Action. That's not so good. Maybe we don't have spark. Better go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
Show why. Are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, we're back. I've worked it out. I do make the occasional mistake. I think James Squire might have been responsible for this one. The reason we had no spark just then is because the ECU had no power. Why didn't the ECU have any power? Well, down here is some rather important wires that weren't connected to power a few seconds ago. I've now connected them to power, and the good news is we now have spark. So if my trusty cameraman would just sneak around behind me here, if we just stand around the back there and do a video of that screwdriver. Here's a quick test to show that we've got spark. If you want to come down a little lower so you can video just there, you'll see some sparks. Here we go. That's a good sign. So hopefully, I'll put the beer down, and we now connect the ignition coil back up down here. We should have an improved chance of having an engine that actually runs. So there we go. Don't trust me to wire up your engine. It sounds like someone's texting me to hassle me about it already. Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, 3, action. I've got spark, maybe we don't have fuel. I'll be back in a minute. No, I definitely oh, you're back.
I'm back.
Hey Locke. Look, this is a real rookie mistake, alright? So when you grow up a bit and you start fiddling with engines and stuff, hopefully at your own house, not mine, I've got enough junk.
You still go to Poppy's though.
I do, this is true. This wire here wasn't connected. And what wire is that? The fuel pump. So without a fuel pump being pressurised, you can have as much spark as you want, can't you? But you're not going to create a fire. So this time we're going to actually connect the fuel pump as well, and we might stand a chance of getting this thing to run. So here we go. That actually sounds like a fuel pump. I'm surprised you didn't tell me to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we up to? Take 3?
5 or something. If you count the recordings, it's like take 8.
Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, action. It wants to go, but it's firing at the wrong time. Be back in a minute. Well, Duds, I haven't been able to find a factory service manual for the S13 SR20DE, so desperate times are calling for desperate measures. So I've set up a little calibration system here for the crank angle sensor. After fiddling with a few rotations,
of the gear drive versus the drive gear that's on the cam. I think I've come up with a reasonably good ballpark setting. So what we have here in our backyard ghetto calibration lab is a socket on a short breaker bar connected to the crank pulley. Over here is the indicator and the timing marks before top dead center. Here we have a screwdriver connected to a Datsun 1600 high tension lead that should spark out against the timing case each time the ECU wants to fire the 4 ignition pulses. So right now we're sitting just after cylinder number 1's firing point. So if we rotate it around, it should go 3, then 4, then 2, then 1. And then we'll go 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2. So let's do that. So this, we've done 1, so here comes 3, 4, 2, and then 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, and then a final 1. So as you can see, that last 1 happened hopefully somewhere here between, that's top dead center, 5, 10, 15, somewhere in that sort of 10 to 20 degrees before top dead center. So hopefully that's a reasonable ballpark position to get things started on. So I'll whack the rocker cover back on and see if it goes.
Hello.
Oh yeah, lock.
Is it ready yet?
It's ready.
Show me.
Since yesterday, I had the rocker cover off. I've made some adjustments to the crank angle sensor. I've done a video, so I'll give you that. You can splice it in. Now I'm pretty confident we're going to have it going. So we've got power, we've got fuel, and hopefully we've got roughly right ignition timing. So we've got Michael Sembello on the radio. So I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. All right, here we go. Power on. Fuel pump. Start switch. Maniac. Kind of appropriate. Here we go.